Hi, welcome to our third class. Okay, I hope you're having a wonderful time developing with HTML. This is the easiest language you'll ever find. So we have to move through it very quickly so that you can tackle some more complex languages. But this is like the basis because you must see what you're doing. Now, today we're going to look at styling. How do we style our work so that our work can look beautiful? Okay, how do we style our work with HTML? We have three different ways of styling. We have what we call the inline, the internal, and the external. We're going to start with the inline. Okay, so let's create an H1 tag here, H1 element. Do this opening tag, closing tag. Inside, you come and put H1, and after the slash, you put H1, and I will give it content. I am a big heading. I am a large heading. Okay, I'm a large heading. All right, so let's save it and see how it looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. This is our large heading. I am a large heading. I hope you've done the assignments on headers and paragraphs. Now we want to style this. We want to make it yellow, and we are going to use inline styling. So how do we do that? You come here and you use the style attributes. Remember that attributes are put in the opening tag. So you come here and type style is equal to, put a space, is equal to, the value of style must be in quotations. So we are going to first of all give it a color, okay? And you type color. Don't avoid typing too much. When you say a word color, you see how you spell color? It's a little different from how you spell it under normal circumstances. So you come here, color, full colon, it has already come for you, a value, then semicolon. So we're going to give you select a color here. Let's make it yellow. We said you're going to make it yellow. So you select a yellow color here, and then you save your work. You save, okay? Now, when you go back to the page and you refresh it, you'll find that it's now yellow, okay? How about if you want to make it larger than this? Immediately after the semicolon, within the quotations, but after the semicolon, put a space. And then you're going to give it font size. And then you give it, either you can select from larger, extra large, you can give it some number in pixels. And maybe you say 50 px. Okay, that is how that is how we measure in what, in HTML. Yes. And then you come here and refresh. Okay, so now it is larger and it's yellow. So this is how we style using inline styling. Okay, to let's do another example. Let's do another a p element, p element, and the content is I always smile. Okay, now we want to style it using inline styling. So you come here in the P element, the opening P element, before you close it off here. This is the opening P. Put a space and then you put style, type style, and then give it what you want. Maybe you want to make this one, this line red. So you say color is the key. Color. You see how we spell color? Red. Okay, good. We save our work. And when we come here and refresh, you'll see a P element, which is red and says array smile. What if you want to increase its font size? You come here after the semicolon and put font size or font family, font weight. All these are different ways of styling. Okay, font size. Sorry, font family, that's font family. You can play around with them. That's a family type of style. They always come. When you start practicing, you'll see them and you just select. And no one ever crumbs these things, by the way. Whatever you want, just go and find which attribute is going to help me do this. And they'll do it for you. All right. That was it with inline styling. Now we're going to talk about internal styling. Okay. Now with internal styling, we first of all going to talk about setting up an HTML page. I'll be explaining the details later in future tutorials. But now we need to set up our page. So the shortest way to set up our page is to shift 1. Okay, so I have an empty page. I press shift and then 1, enter. Good. So when you shift 1 and enter, you'll see this code has auto written, like it's there for you to start. So you don't have to start from 0. Okay, because every HTML page has this content. Now come in the body, enter. I think the opening tag of body on line 8, the closing tag is on line 10. This is where we're going to put our content. All our code, you're going to put it here. So I had already written it. Let me put it there. All right. Format document, make your work clean. Now we want to style these elements here, each one of them, but we want to use internal styling. Okay, so we come here after within the head after title, enter, and then type the word, put the style tag. Okay, style. Okay, now it is in this style tag between the opening and the closing that we are going to write our code. So you enter and we start typing our code here. Okay, how do we do internal styling? You first of all call the name of the element. So we were going to start by styling h1. So you type h1, that's the first step. Put curly braces in front of h1 like that, enter. What do you want to style about h1? You want to change its color, maybe to blue. So you type color, full colon, blue. Okay, and then you put a semicolon at the end. Please don't forget that semicolon. If you don't, your next line will have problems. We enter. What else do you want to style? You want to give it a background color. You say background color. All these things are here. As you're typing, you select it. And maybe the background color is going to be antique white. Okay, good. Then you proceed to font size. Font size, it's there. And font size, we shall make it XX large. Okay, and that is it. So we save our work. When you go to run this file, this is called external. When you go to run it, you go to the desktop in that folder and you run external.html. Okay, so you have this. I will leave long. It has a background. I'm saying this background and it's blue. Okay, let's style this. What's your name? We're going to make it purple. And yeah, so to style it, get out of the curly braces. These curly braces come from here up to here. These are the styles of h1. So when you're done with h1, get up, but you're still within style, enter. Okay, now here you're going to type h2. We want our h2 to be orange, so you say color, select the color orange. Okay, color orange. All the colors are here in the system. If your color selection is not in the system, just know it is wrong. Let's also give it a font family. Font family. No, not font weight. Font family. Font weight is like, we want it to be bold. Font family. Let's just select any random font family. Let's also give it a background of cream. Background color. And then maybe, let me type cream. Do they have cream? They don't have cream. Off white. White smoke. Let's just select wheat. Yeah, that looks like. So go ahead and keep on styling. Let's style also the button. Okay, this is our button. Those of you who don't know how the button looks like, this is the button that has click here. Okay, that's the button. So to style it, again, you come here and type button, curly braces in front, enter. Let's give it a background color. Pink. Okay, let's also give it a border radius so that it's a bit curved. Border radius 5 pixels. There are so many styles. You can make something look the way you want it. What else? Then the color of the words to be Okay, so the color, let's give it a color. Color means color of the words. Color, red. Let's make them red. Okay, so we save our work and then we go to the page and refresh it. Okay, let's just open it, external. So this is the page, we refresh it, and this is how it looks like. The button is pink, the colors are red. Okay, and it has some carving at the edge. That is the border radius of 5 pixels. Good. Now we're going to move to, you guys are going to go ahead and write the styles, all the styles you need, read about them, and style using internal styling. The next thing you're going to do is external styling. This is internal styling. The first one was inline, like you style within the line here. Like within the HTML, you can put the style element, style attribute, then you go ahead and style. That was inline. Now internal is when the style tag is here and you're styling them internally like this in the same page. So this one was supposed to be called internal.html. Let's rename it internal.html. Next, you're going to have external. Okay, external.